This is the Twins POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Minnesota Twins. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
In their final chance to make an impression before the trade deadline, the Minnesota Twins with an absolute clunker. They lose 13-1 to the Boston Red Sox. Welcome to the Twins POSTCAST. I'm Sam Ekstrom, filling in for Luke Inman once again today. Lou Hennessy of ZoneCoverage.com joins us. Zebby knocked out in the fifth. Willie Castro pulled in the ninth, probably his last game as a Twin. The deadline looms, and the Twins lose another series. They've got some stats about how bad they've been on getaway days of late. All of that and more on the Minnesota Twins POSTCAST.
This is what you'll be talking about.
It was not a good afternoon game. It has not been a good stretch for the Twins. They've had opportunities to win series, Lou. They've had opportunities to end series on a high note. This is their 8th loss out of 9 on getaway day. And a lot of those were ugly, especially offensively. 13-1 the score today. After what you called on Monday night a 10-pole walk-off win, the Twins lose 13-1. And this was a sloppily played game from the first inning when Cody Clemens isn't looking for the third base coach. He's jogging to third, and Watkins sends him home. He gets thrown out. To the ninth inning, where it's Clemens on the mound getting drilled by lobbing up 50-mile-an-hour gopher balls to Boston hitters. This one was an absolute clunker.
Besides that, everything seems to be fine, though, right? I mean, no,
nothing else is wrong other than that.
It was an absolute clunker, like you said. You referenced how bad they've been during getaway days. I mean, how often? This has just kind of been the story of the season, it seems, especially of late, where maybe they win the first game of a series, they lose the second one. You're like, okay, maybe they can battle back and win the series, and then they just throw up these clunkers, unfortunately. I called Monday a tent-pole victory. The tent is long gone. The tent got blown away by two different storms. It was hanging on by a thread anyway. This unfortunately was an absolute embarrassment today for the Minnesota Twins.
Willie Castro pulled off the field to start the ninth, and it seemed like he'd been traded in the moment, and some of the reporting already saying, no, this was more of a chance for the crowd to show their appreciation for him, I guess. And I don't know if it really worked. I'm not sure that anybody was appreciating the Twins on this day or recognized the moment. But then that was followed, to pay tribute to Willie Castro, Griffin Jax retires nobody in his appearance. Then he looks really irritated at Rocco when he got taken off the mound. I don't know if you picked up on that. And then Clemens comes in, gives up a 3-run jack, a solo jack. Twins go 1-2-3 in the ninth. I mean, that top of the ninth inning must have taken 25 minutes. But if we're giving an ode, like maybe we can give a better ode to Willie Castro than the Twins did today. If this is it for Willie, quite a 3-year career with the Twins.
Yeah, it's like you said, I think that was definitely Rocco trying to give him a little standing ovation, a nice little thing so, fans could see him, wave him off one last time. I'm not sure the 15,000 summer squad kids out there in their highlighter green shirts knew what was going on. But Willie Castro, he will go down as an incredible pickup for this team. He was a minor league signing a couple years ago, made the All-Star team last year. By all accounts, had a mostly pretty valuable season this year as kind of your super utility guy. He's not going to be any premier, marquee guy or anything like that, but he filled a really important role for this team for a couple of years here, and hopefully he's going to a better situation. I sound like he's dying. He's not dying. He's, you got to think that he's going to be traded somewhere here soon, probably to a contender who's going to use him in some meaningful games. And unfortunately, the Twins were not that team this year.
Yeah, we'll send him to a better place. Just like apparently Chris Paddock is in. I guess he was really effective in his first Tigers start.
Yes.
It seems like more deals are coming. The Twins are off tomorrow. This is their final game before the trade deadline. Steam during the game dropped about Jhoan Duran, possibly headed to the Dodgers, who good for them for actually, going out and getting somebody for once. I don't think the Dodgers have much going on for a humble franchise to pick up a good relief pitcher at the deadline. That would be nice. And then maybe a Correa to Houston reunion if he waives his no trade clause, that would be juicy as well. What piqued your ear the most about some of the rumors today?
The Correa stuff was interesting. I still think that the reporting that's come out recently has said that, there's a lot of hurdles in the way for making something like that happen. If Correa was to be traded, it would only be to the Astros. I'm getting the sense that would be the case, that he would waive his no trade clause for that. Even still, the money is just so, I think he's got $92 million owed to him the next 3 years. Can't imagine the Astros are going to want to pay the entirety of that, maybe not even most of it. At that point, what are you getting back in return? Maybe that extra money could be reinvested into something else. Do you have faith in that happening? I'm not sure if I do. So that definitely piqued my interest. It'll be something to keep an eye on. Joan Duran, Griffin Jacks, other members of the bullpen are also getting some play here on the hot stove. Keep an eye on the Twins. Here's a wild card for you. Maybe Ryan Jeffers. I'm not saying that anything is imminent in the moment, but there are some teams who really need a catcher at this point right now. If the Twins are in sell mode, Ryan Jeffers could appeal to a lot of clubs. I'm not saying anything is close, but just keep an eye on him.
That could feel very much like Mitch Garver in a couple of years, like watching Jeffers swinging away in the World Series like Garver was for Texas a couple of years ago. That would sting, and definitely a possibility, I think, down the road. Yeah, go ahead.
The difference in that, though, is that they had a Ryan Jeffers waiting in the wings when they traded Mitch Garver. I'm not sure they have that at this moment, but if they were to make a different trade, maybe someone like Duran, someone like Griffin Jacks, someone like these higher upside players in a trade could maybe net the future catcher of the Minnesota Twins, then we might start seeing some dominoes start to fall. But a lot has to happen before then.
You're sleeping on Enrique Jimenez, the guy they got in that Paddock deal. Hey, I think he's right around the corner from rookie ball to the bigs. Yeah, I mean, Duran certainly would net a nice return, correct? I mean, Correa, yes. the price tag may not, the real price that Houston would pay would be just money, like pay some of the salary. With Duran, I think you're getting legitimate prospect back, or two probably, from the Dodgers, right?
Yes, they're going to ask for something absolutely substantial, and they're going to stick by their guns. It's not going to be a highest bidder gets Joan Duran in this case. The Twins are going to have the type of package that they need to get in return for somebody like him. And if they don't get that at this trade deadline, they can hang on to him because he's still got 2 more years of club control. That's 3 more opportunities where they could probably get a blue chipper for him if all goes well. But if the price that they put up there is met, anything can happen.
Other dumb stuff today. Jeffers doesn't know that the ball isn't in his glove on a strikeout. Tried to tag Yoshida without the ball. That was stupid. Larnach got tagged out for a double play when a run could have scored if he had just gotten in a rundown. Just a lot of sloppy baseball today from the Minnesota Twins as they feebly lose 13-1. We've got the turning point where this one got away. It was early. And our player of the game, I'll give you a hint. He's not a Twin. But first, we're brought to you today by Game Time. We've all been there, waiting for tickets to go on sale. Maybe it's a concert. Maybe it's like single game tickets to your favorite sports team. Game Time comes in handy here because you don't want to be stressed. You want to make memories at live events. And at Game Time, it's getting easier and easier. I actually just used Game Time. I bought Vikings preseason tickets for my family, $9 a piece to get into US Bank Stadium. Heck yeah, it was great. You can get great deals at Game Time, up to 60% off before the event starts. The price you see is the price you get when you turn on or toggle off the hidden fees. Make sure that it's full transparency. You get the view from your seat. It's all good. Game Time guarantee has your back as well. So take the guesswork out of buying concert and show tickets and sports tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account. Use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. We are also brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. That's right. I like to golf. When I'm on the golf course, I like to have a beverage in my hand. I like to have the good vibes. And 5 Hour Energy Transfusion can absolutely fill that void. It brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. So when you're sinking birdies and the vibes are high, you can supplement that with a nice 5 Hour Energy transfusion. It's so fun when you're with your buddies out on the golf course. Balls are, ricocheting off of trees, and you're chipping in for birdies, and you're talking smack to your buddies. It's so fun. And if you have a good beverage to add to it, that'll just enhance your experience. Golf's all about the good times. Grape ginger lime flavor gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without chasing down the bev cart. Sometimes that takes like an hour and a half to come around your way. So if you go to 5hourenergy.com today, number 5hourenergy.com, use my promo code LOCKEDONGOLF. Receive 20% off your order. Offer valid until September 30th on one order. Cannot be used with other promotions, and the code is not good on subscription orders. Whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energizing boost you need to power through. Order transfusion-flavored 5-Hour Energy shots today. Let's get into our turning point as the Twins lose 13.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Lou, for me, it's just got to be another bad fifth inning for a back-end starter. That's where it always hits the fan. That's where it got away from SWR on Monday, and the Twins did win that game. Today, it was the fifth inning again. It got Zebby Matthews. Topa came in and did not help matters, gave up a couple runs as well. Twins were down 6-1 after the fifth, and it did not feel like a day where they were going to hit a lot against Brian Bello.
It definitely did not feel that way. The turning point came very early in this one. You mentioned that fifth inning, some growing pains from Zebby Matthews. You're going to see a lot of those these next couple months here. Unfortunately, we do have Pablo Lopez, Bailey Ober guys coming back here, hopefully going to fill those holes and fill them effectively. But you're still going to want to see Zebby Matthews make those kind of next steps. He had a really great start last Friday, and this time he hit a brick wall, it seemed like, once he got to the fifth inning there. The Red Sox, give them credit. They are a very good offense. They're a good team, but Zebby did not have what it took to extend his streak here.
Zebby goes 4 1/3, 5 earned runs, 8 hits, 4 Ks, 74 pitches. They yanked him in the fifth when things started to get away. He let the leadoff man on in the second through fifth innings, often with some pretty loud contact, including a home run in one of those innings. Looked much more like the Colorado start 2 starts ago than the Washington start, where he was so brilliant. Topa, 2/3 of an inning, very ineffective, wild, gave up a big 2-out hit. Noah Davis got work. He was acquired July 14th and then called up. Has limited work against or for Colorado and the Dodgers in his career. He gave up a 2-run dinger to Jarren Duran. So that the low leverage bullpen did not help matters today either.
That's for sure. The soft underbelly of this bullpen has proven to be an issue kind of all season long. Justin Topa started off pretty hot this year. He was a very usable piece, but really since I want to say the beginning of June, he has really regressed considerably. And he's a factor in why this team is where they are today.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Pick your Red Sox. I think you could go with Trevor Story. You could go with Jarren Duran. Duran had 4 RBIs in this one. So I think his 2-out hit made it 4-1 in the fifth, and his 2-run homer in it all runs the seventh made it 8-1. There were a lot of two-run knocks today for the Boston Red Sox. I'll go with Duran. We may have seen the last of a Jay Duran versus Jay Duran matchup. If that ever were to happen, we may not have that any longer. But I'll go with Duran today.
Yeah, that's a good pick. He's been everything that the Twins have been lacking, it seems like, this year. An athletic, toolsy outfielder that gets really big hits with 2 outs. We have not seen that. As great as Byron Buxton has been, we have not seen that from the other outfielders on this team. So Duran of the Red Sox, he probably gets the call. I think there's an alternate universe somewhere where Joan Duran was traded for Jarren Duran. The Twins were competitive, so were the Red Sox, and it was the Duran hungry like a wolf trade. But that is not the reality we are living in today.
Unfortunately not. So the Twins will face Cleveland on Friday, and they will look potentially very different. They've said goodbye to Paddock. They are probably saying goodbye to Castro, and we'll see about some of the blue chippers, Duran and Correa, and all the others that are on the block for the Twins, who lose another series today. That's 4 series losses out of the All-Star break. They've lost 8 of 9 on getaway day. Not a great day for the Twins, but we still showed up here on the Twins postcast. Luke Inman will return on Friday. Lou Hennessy, find his work at Zone Coverage, zonecoverage.com. Thanks a lot, Lou.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Twins fall 13-1. This has been your Twins postcast.